Hi everyone, welcome to our WordPress Plugin Development Course. I hope you are all doing well. In this first class, we are going to talk about what plugin development is and how to set up environment so we can start creating plugins locally. Let's get started. First, we need PHP installed on our system. I'm assuming most of us already have PHP installed on our machine. If not, you can go to php.net and download it from here. From Windows, you can download by following the instructions from here. From For Linux, you can use commands for your specific distribution, and for Mac, use Homebrew. Some people may prefer XAMPP, WAMP, MEMP. They work fine, but they are like heavy weighting meals. They bring too many extra items that we don't always need. If we want a lightweight solution, we can use WordPress Studio and Local by Flywheel. Both are amazing tool. Uh, in this course, we will be using Local by Flywheel. Let's take a look. Here is the interface of Local. To create a site, we can click on this plus button or this button. We can see create a new site. If we click continue, here we can name our site WP Plugin Dev. Click continue. Here we can see two options, preferred and custom. Preferred is default, and by default we can see the PHP version, the web server and MySQL version. If we select custom, we can select any of PHP version, and if we select web server, we can see there are two web server, Nginx and Apache. In the database section, we can also select the database version. As a plugin developer, we may need to switch in different PHP version to test the plugin. Okay, so for now we can select preferred and continue. We can set a username like admin and password, and we can leave it. In advanced options, we can see the language option and multi-site option. Okay, so finally we can click the add site. Local will download the WordPress and set it up automatically. Great, our WordPress is ready. Here is an icon that is stop the site. That means the site is running now. Okay, if we want to see the site, just click the button. Great, this is our front end. At the top you can see three buttons: site folder, site shell and VS Code. If we click the site folder, it will take us to the folder where the WordPress is installed. If we go to the app public, we can see the WordPress files and folders. Okay, and if we click the site shell, it will take us in terminal, and if we want to see the files and folders, just type ls and you can see the WordPress files and folders in terminal. Okay, so the next button is VS Code. If we click the VS Code button, the project will open in VS Code. Great, you can see the project is now opened in VS Code. Okay, now you can see there are three options: overview, database and tools. From overview, you can change the site domain from here. Okay, here you can see the web server. The Nginx is now running, and we can switch it to Apache. The PHP version is showing here. We can switch any of version, and here is an interesting option, one click admin. Okay, so if we normally click the admin button, it will take us to the login page. Okay, but if we turn on this option, it will directly take us to the WordPress dashboard. Great. So if we go to the database, you can see the admin are new. What is admin are new? Admin are new is PHP MyAdmin's younger brother. Okay, if we click the admin are new, we can see the admin are new, and this is like a light version of PHP MyAdmin. In here we can manage the database. Okay, so if we click the tools, here is an interesting option, that is Mailbit. Mailbit catches all outgoing emails from our development site, so they don't get sent actually. If we want to reset our password, like we can log out first. If we want to reset our password, admin, and if we go to Mailbit, open Mailbit, great, you can see the password reset mail is here now. This is an interesting feature. As a plugin developer, you may need to test email sending many times, and this tool is perfect for that. Another cool feature is live link. This creates a temporary public link for our development site. Okay, for this we need to create an account. If we go to local and login, you can see already I have an account. So if we go to live link, here you can see a link. If we copy this and paste it in here, it will require a user and password. Here is the user and password. Great, now this site is on live. Okay, and you can send the link to your friends, and they also need the user and password to see the site. Okay, for code editing, we will use Visual Studio Code. You can use other code editors like Cursor, Windsharp, Atom, PHP Storm by JetBrains. PHP Storm is especially built for PHP developers, and it is more professional, but I personally prefer Visual Studio Code because it is more customizable and it has a huge marketplace for extensions. So you can download and install this from their official site, and I have already installed VS Code. Let's see. This is the interface of VS Code. By default, VS Code has JavaScript supports, but there is no PHP support. That's why we need to install some extensions. The first tool is PHP by DEVSENSE. This will help us on IntelliSense, debugging, formatting, code fixing, and so on. If we go to the bottom, we will see the features like code help and completion, code action, debugging, code validation, navigation, testing, and so on. The next extension is Hooks IntelliSense for WordPress. It will help us on auto-completion for WordPress hooks, actions, and filters. Like you can see the uses. This is auto suggestion, auto completion. This is very interesting tool. Prettier. This is an amazing tool for code formatting. It automatically formats our codes for clean and consistent style. And yes, our code should look pretty. The next extension is Code Runner. This is also an amazing extension. It runs PHP, JavaScript, and other codes inside VS Code. Even it can run a single line of code. This is very interesting. The next extension is Live Server. Live Reload for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript changes. The next extension is GitHub Copilot. AI suggestions to speed up our coding process, like having a super smart friend who never sleeps. If we click the install button and open Visual Studio Code.f, it will open in our VS Code editor. Okay, if it is not installed yet, you can install by clicking this. I have already installed it. So in this process we can install all the extensions. Okay, so in this video we learned about plugin development, PHP install, set up local by Flywheel, create a new WordPress site, explored locals tools, install VS Code and necessary extensions. Still no plugin yet, but trust me, class 2 will get more interesting. In the next class, we will create our first plugin folder and PHP file and activate it inside WordPress. Thanks for watching. See you in class 2.